It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
In the criminal justice system, sexually-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Story time on how my sister is pregnant by my baby dad. So for starters, I tried to prolong the story as long as I could because their baby shower is coming up. That is what made her want to tell me. So basically, those messages is what initiated the whole I'm about to spill the beans type of time or whatever. Prolong the story as long as I could because their baby shower is coming up. That is what made her want to tell me.
So the message says, meet me at mommy's. I need to talk to you. For what now? Can you please just come? I can't hold it in no more. I'm about to snap.
So basically, those messages is what initiated the whole I'm about to spill the beans type of time or whatever. It was being kind of weird because I don't deal with my baby dad or anything like that, but that's still my baby dad and we're still sisters. So for him to keep calling me like, just what's up, B? I'm just saying what you doing. I haven't talked to you in a while, like things like that. Our kids is older, so I'm like, just busting it up back to him. But for real, the whole time while he was reaching out to me the way he was, because them two had a time frame on when he was going to tell me. I guess he wanted to tell me and not her, or basically she was scared to tell me because my sister that was sitting next to her, she's not pregnant. When I walked into my mom's house, like I said, they were sitting there both in a face full of tears or whatever. And my sister that's not pregnant, her phone was sitting on the arm of the chair. She always had her notifications come on her screen. My sister that is pregnant was looking down in her phone. Mind you, I still don't know what's going on. But looking down in her phone crying, I'm thinking something happened like bad to somebody and she's just communicating with the person, whoever it happened bad to. So she had to be texting my sister that's next to her because like I said, her stuff come on her screen and you can just hear the notifications going off. So she looks down at her phone. My sister that's not pregnant look at her phone and must have read the text message of my sister who is pregnant say, you tell her. I'm insinuating that's what it said because she ended up coming out of her mouth saying that Shauna is pregnant. And I'm like, duh, it's obvious. Well, when I say she's pregnant, I just knew that she was pregnant. I didn't know what to. Basically, she is pregnant with twins. So when she said to me, Shauna's pregnant, I say back, duh, it's obvious. And she said, but that's not it. And I'm like, well, what else could it be? Like, get it out. I'm very newsy. I want to know. And I'm getting an attitude because I want to know. She say, and it's by your baby dad. I instantly just jump up because, all right, that explains your face full of tears. So I say, so you mean to tell me all of this time, you was pregnant with twins by my baby dad and our kids then would be siblings and fucking first cousins. And you decided to keep the baby. Me personally, I don't think because that's not me, so I don't know. I was getting more frustrated because she was acting. I don't know if she was acting or what, but that was your way out of not being able to say nothing to me at that very moment was uncontrollably crying. Because if you can cry like that, you knew better. You knew what you was doing. Like you knew better. Because now it's not just one baby, but it's two babies, and you're too far along to get an abortion, and you just decided to keep the baby, and your baby shower is next week. So now I have to deal with this week all of trying to wrap around my head that my sister is pregnant with my baby dad, and then have to walk into your baby shower and my baby dad is there as a support person with you at your baby shower. So while she's crying, everything that I just said, I am literally saying to her, because I don't like have no sympathy to rub your back or like feel sorry for you or any of that. I actually really want to pick you up by your neck, but that's neither here nor there. So my sister, who is not pregnant, basically say to me, well, you lucky that we even told you and didn't have you walk into the baby shower looking dumb. While he's standing there with her, holding her stomach and taking pictures and all of that. So I just kind of feel like that was kind of harsh to say, even though, you know, me and my sister, who is not pregnant, is the ones who's throwing the baby shower. Like, this is my real money being thrown for this baby shower. And you feel like y'all wanted to wait to tell me the week before the baby shower. So I'm getting out of this, like, did y'all use me and then not tell me because y'all needed my funds? So now, you know, I get him on the phone. And instead of me just basically like playing it off and see what he say, and we all having a family meeting to see what he was going to say, I just off the rip just start hollering and screaming to him or whatever. He never gave me no answer. He really just hung up. So I'm like to her, you know, my sister who is pregnant, let me see your phone, because I want to call him off of your phone and play it off. And basically, when I say like play it off, I want to call him off of her phone and have her talk and say, you know, I told her, and not say that I'm, and basically not say that I'm sitting right here. Like, I want to hear their conversation and how it go on. Basically, oh, okay, I told her, she came, she left, and this is what happened. Like, I want to hear how they was hiding it. I want to hear their whole side of the story without me for fake being around. Like, I want to hear I want to hear everything, basically. I want to know what made y'all two think that this was a thing. I'm going to just stop because it's the baby. The real baby in the back. So this is the sister who was sitting next to her while she was bawling her eyes out. The one that is not pregnant. The one that's basically me and her is going half on the baby shower or whatever. The one who was actually double dating with my sister who is pregnant, my baby dad and his friend. So I've been getting, because I did block them on the phone, I've been getting like block calls, text messages, and like I said, I knew that they would be watching. So she took it upon herself to comment like I'm wrong. I'm the one that's wrong for finding out my sister is pregnant with my baby dad for twins, and I am paying for the baby shower. So basically, you know, to finish off the story time where I left off, my sister did allow me to have her call my baby dad on the phone to act like I wasn't standing there, and to basically say to him that she told me. When he got on the phone, all he was worried about was my reaction. What did I say when I was leaving? What did I say I was going to do to him, and how like was my energy and things like that? Because like I said, that's my baby dad, but we have like older kids together, so he know how I can get. So basically, he will be paranoid. She basically ended up saying to him, "That's all you're worried about. What about me and how I feel? This is still my sister at the end of the day." He really told her, well, I told you to get rid of the babies, and you still decided to keep the baby. So you needed to be prepared for what come along with this. Basically now, because I know he's scared, he's on angles, he probably was recording her for me to hear him say he told her to get an abortion. She decided to keep the babies. Really, honestly, I'm still standing there. So she started crying and hung up on him and told him that he was a piece of shit or whatever. So now I'm thinking her in her head, basically telling her like, now look, that's what you get. So now I leave out the house. But I don't leave the area. I call one of my friends to come switch cars with me, because I know my baby dad, he's going to come there to that house and basically talk to her in person and basically check my temperature. So I called one of my friends to come switch cars with me, because I didn't want to stay parked there in my car and he pull up and see me and don't go in. Like I said, I'm just guessing that he was going to come, but I was right. And I switched cars because my first two windows and my windshield is not tinted. Only my back windows is tinted. I didn't want him to circle the block to see if I'm there or whatever. This chance, whatever. So I just still wanted to be there, but I didn't want him to see me there. So my friend comes switch cars with me. Her whole car is tinted. So now I'm parked on the side of my mom's house, and he's, I don't know where he would park, but I just chanced it. I just stayed on the side so that I can be able to see both sides of the street. So like I was saying, I was right. Like a good 20 minutes went by, he ended up coming. I didn't get out right away. I just sat in the car for a little bit. I wanted to get them enough time to do whatever they was going to do. I don't know what they was going to do, but I just wanted to catch whatever it was they was going to do. So now, like I said, 20 minutes go by. He ended up going in there. I waited a good 10 to 15 minutes before I went in there. But as I'm walking up to go inside of there, I hear a lot of yelling. And mind you, my sister, who is not pregnant, is still in there. As I'm walking up, I hear all this yelling. I'm trying to make out the word that they are yelling. So I end up having to put my ear to their door to be able to hear them. But I didn't want them to hear me opening up the screen door. So it was a little bit of a task out front for myself. So as I get the screen door open, I hear them in there yelling. I hear him saying to her, we could have prevented this if you didn't ever get an abortion. Basically the same stuff that she was saying on the phone. Mind you, I have not touched my baby dad in over probably like a good 10 to 15 years. I'm probably over exaggerating. I don't know, but a long time. So now I hear her saying, that wasn't fair. It takes two. They should have both been more careful. How about y'all should have just never both did it? So now he ended up saying to her, so now what do we do moving forward? Mind you, the baby shower is next week. So what could y'all possibly do moving forward? She say back to him, well, what you mean? What do we do moving forward? They're having the kids. They're having the babies. The words that he said to her moving forward, because now it's out, they are humiliated, and he know that he can't go on with this because the kids will be sisters and whatever the second baby she having. All I know is that it was a girl, so it might be just two girls because the baby shower will be all girl things. So she might be carrying two twin girls. I don't know. But moving forward, he asked her, does she mind giving the kids up for adoption because they will be humiliated for the rest of their life?
Nah, she says, I can't hold it in no more. I'm about to snap. And then she says, I'm going to F your house up and your car. Just watch. Send another threat. And she says, y'all mad at me because I told y'all what I'm going through. Leave me the F alone. And y'all, your baby dad, y'all sick, blocked. My sister and baby dad texted me like I'm the one that's wrong. So, enter her, which is, now she's not an ugly woman whatsoever. Body is T. So I can understand what the baby daddy was doing. I'm just saying he was wrong. But I understand. That's all I'm saying. She said she was going to go live to show all this stuff. And then her baby daddy says, bro, I really want to apologize. I know I'm wrong, but bro, I told her to get an abortion. That still don't make it right. I'm lost for words. It's not a good look for none of us. She says, I really don't have anything to say to you. I really don't have anything to say to nobody about this whole situation. Apology won't fix this. And she right.
This is not a part 3. This is just a follow-up, and I'm going to answer some of the questions inside of the comments. And also, I don't know who or which one of my TikTok followers from out of my comments basically harassing my both of the sisters. I'm going to insert the videos at the end of this clip. They had my aunt send them to me. Like, I got people from TikTok calling and harassing them, like stuff like that. And also to answer your questions about the baby shower situation, I actually really literally tried to get my money back for the baby shower. I keep looking that way because I'm waiting for somebody. I actually really tried to get my money back for the baby shower. I can't because everything is just too last minute. I have to pay to revise the contract. I was going to try to use the center that day to do a school book bag drive that day, literally at the same time and everything. But she said because the tables and all of that I basically ordered and the tablecloths and like everything that came with the center, I can't utilize for the book bag drive, so I can't get my money back. So basically, I only got my money back for the cake. I was able to get my money back for the cake because they don't make the cake until the day of. So she gave me my money back and the deposit. And I tried to get my money back for the decor, but she told me everything that she needed for the baby shower, she actually already ordered. So I can't get my money back for the center or the day of the decor. I didn't pay for the food, so I think I didn't. Because like I said, me and my sister who is not pregnant, we went half on everything. I'm starting to think that she kept on saying she adding this and adding that, and I just was really paying for her part. And what else? I blocked them on everything, so she's ranting and raving and going on and on and on Instagram. I'm not in her close friends, and I don't know who is in her close friends, but that's mainly where she posts. So I know that she's going on and on and on about this in her close friends, because a lot of our family is calling around talking about the story time, because I guess her souvenir of letting the family and everybody know was the day of the baby shower. So to get me in the clear first, that's why she told me first, so that they can smile and cheese and rub and two-step and dance and all that at the baby shower happily ever after. I don't know, but I do know that my baby dad did send me messages of him telling her that they wasn't going to be able to go through with just the baby process. She acted like she did get an abortion. Whole time she really never got an abortion. So who knows if these are really his twins or not. But I didn't get to listen to these clips that I'm about to put on there. Y'all can be the first to listen to them. I don't want to listen to it anymore, but I will do a part 3. I just been so busy, and this is very, very new for me. So it's just like kind of all over the place. So just bear with me.
So you tell my sister and I'm going to kill me.
Yeah, they gonna jump you after the baby shower. You gonna be putting your gifts in the back of the car. You ain't see that story? It was a new story in Philly. The girl, they killed the girl after her
Matter of
baby
fact,
shower.
I did.
Yeah,
Damn.
they jumped there and they shot her. They killed her and the baby.
Oh.
Don't be scared, cause Maury not here no more. You could have probably got that on Maury, but girl, Jimmy did too. Damn.
Why should I have to swallow? I didn't force him to lay down with me.
He raped you?
I wouldn't call it rape because I enjoyed it.
What? I'm on the phone. Shut the fuck up. Shorty, go sit in your office, please, and shut the door. And don't come back out here before I call Miss Tasha and tell her that you disrupted this worship.
So this will be part 3. Basically, I stopped at the part where I say I had my ear to the door listening to my sister and my baby dad go back and forth about why did she even keep the twins in the first place. Honestly, I kind of believe that this have been an argument that they was all already having all along. So I guess her way of telling me was to make him madder, because he was probably ignoring her or something. Because when I did speak with him, he had no knowledge of what she was talking about, about as far as the time frame. She gave him a time frame on when to tell me or whatever. So as I'm having my ear to the door, I hear him say, this is why I told you to get an abortion while you was early enough to be able to get an abortion. It wasn't supposed to be like this in the first place. And I never heard her say anything back. I heard him say, and then you gonna have the nerve to throw a baby shower, and you know that what we discussed was you giving the twins up for an adoption. Automatically, I didn't ever hear her say that back after that either. I just start hearing boom, bang, a lot of stuff like that. Like I said to y'all, I'm on the side of my mom's house, so they thought I left. I didn't leave. I'm really at the door with my ears to the door listening. They're at my mom's house, like I stated in part 1. So, yes, I used my key to be able to get into the house. They both looked up like a deer in headlights. I'm a rewind a little bit, because I could have said in part 1 about how my sister, who not pregnant, did not know all along who she was pregnant by at first, because she was kicking it to us like she was pregnant by her high school sweetheart. We all know her high school sweetheart had been slip something. He was in the bar one time and was slip something. This is all why she was pregnant. It had to be at least month 3 or 4. He's now in rehab. What he was slip, I don't know, but I know that whatever it was, it took him, he took a turn for the left. He be at the gas station at Wawa's, panhandling for dimes and nickels and change and things like that. So yes, we start feeling sorry for her because this is your first pregnancy. These would be your first set of kids. At the time, I didn't know it was twins. I already knew it was one. That was a secret that was kept from me. Why, I don't know. But so we're feeling sorry for her as big sisters. Basically, like you ain't gotta worry about nothing. We're going to put the baby shower together for you. All you gotta do is just show up. So I'm gonna go back to where I left off at. So when I walked in the house, they looked like a deer in the headlights. So I walked in and I'm like, now that I got both of y'all together, my sister was still in there who was not pregnant, but she was upstairs at the moment. So I did end up calling her downstairs when I finally got in, because now that we have everybody together, why not just get this all out at once? So now, I am asking them basically like stupid questions, but at the time it's not stupid to me because I really can't get back the fact that my sister had a baby with my baby dad. I'm asking, like, what made y'all even do this? Like, out of all the women and stuff in the world, what made y'all even do this? He proceeded to say she came on to him. She thought he was playing, that he thought I basically made her do it to see if he was going to click the bait or whatever. Like, clicking bait mean like go along with it. To see if I was going to go along with it. See if she was going to go along with it. Like, basically, I put her up to do it. So he said he laughed it off like because she was playing. And as time went on, she was steady playing around, like, reach her hand for his private parts area and be like, when you going to give me some? He said as he knew that she wasn't like joking around or whatever, he was like, he got in the car and thought about it. He wrote her on Instagram. He showed me the messages, but he wouldn't send me the messages because he said that I was going to post them on here or whatever. So he showed me the messages of him sliding in her DM, basically saying, when you go and give me some? And she wrote back and said, whenever you free. He asked her, do I come around frequently like that? And she told him, no, not really like that. So he told her, well, whenever she get free time, hit him up. He scrolled up some. The message had said like about 8:06 p.m. And it was just a address with she told him that the key would be at the lobby. That's it. That's all. So I didn't see anything after that because, by now I'm pretty sure they have each other's phone numbers. So time going on. This was all a month and a half ago. Time is going on. They must be still dipping and dabbing. It couldn't have been nothing like that. I'm assuming because y'all would have had a better relationship and adoption would have never just been a thought to happen. I'm sure that she started catching feelings because this is a month and a half. Now, as time going on, my sister who is not pregnant jumps in and say, he lying. And I'm like, well, if you didn't know all along from the beginning, and if you didn't know all along that this is who she's pregnant by, how can you say that he's lying? She just left. Like, she had nothing to say. She had no proof or no nothing. She just left. So me personally, I'm looking at that like it's more to the story because you don't want to say how he lying or how you know he lying. Like, so for real, honestly, what more all do you even know? Since I'm not getting the truth out of this, but at the time it's easier said than done because I'm still looking for answers on what made y'all, why you keep the baby. I'm not getting any of this from her. Because I guess she's embarrassed and he's telling her to get the babies up for adoption. He know how crazy that I can get. So he's really trying to watch the words that he used and hoping and praying that my sister who is pregnant won't go along with her. So now I want to say we left and we all just left because I wasn't getting anywhere. And the text messages that I presented to y'all yesterday, they were the text messages that actually really happened yesterday, all because I did the story time. Like I said, everything is just happening so fast. I literally wanted to wait until the baby shower because I knew that this was going to happen. Now they got a secret location that's going to be just a drive-up baby shower. He's not going to the baby shower, so she's taking that aggravation out on me. So when my sister who is pregnant had my aunt call me and asked me, can I take the story times down and stuff like that? So I'm like, nobody want to ask her what made her like go on with this, like what made her even do this, what made her even lie to say that she was pregnant by somebody who was slips and bananas in rehab and can't like really talk or think on his own. What made you even take my money knowing you was pregnant by my baby dad for a baby shower? She did give me an answer on that and basically said the reason why she took the money for the baby shower because in the beginning she actually really thought that she was pregnant by the guy who I just said was in a rehab or whatever. So I'm like, that actually don't even make sense. You're just coming up with things to say because if you thought in the beginning you was pregnant by him, how in the end a baby shower happens in the end. So you didn't think that you was pregnant by him and still took my money because the baby shower happens in the end of your pregnancy. She comes out to say to my aunt, and I guess that wasn't for me to know, that her and my baby dad actually took a DNA test while pregnant. And my baby dad knew that if she got a DNA test while pregnant, that the needle that they used to, do the DNA test, he was hoping and praying that it was going to unalive the baby because he did research on that. Like, it's dangerous basically. So my aunt did let me read those messages of them talking about that or whatever. He gave up the $1,000 for the DNA test for her to get, hoping and praying that the twins was unalive. So now I'm asking my aunt, would she mind being a mediator? I'm running out of time. Would she mind being a mediator between me and my sister who is pregnant by my baby dad, since they're hiding a lot of things and she must be more comfortable with talking to you? Even though, like I said, I can't get any of this back, but I'm guessing and hoping that this will be closure towards or like for me, because some way, somehow I will have to sit my 15-year-old down and let her know that my nieces will be her sisters, and it will be kind of confusing and it will be embarrassing. Like, now this family will be talked about, and that's the face that she is trying to save because I am putting this all out here. But it would have been out there because he would have been standing next to you in a baby shower picture if this didn't go the way it went. I don't know what made him change his mind. I don't know if the relationship between them been rocky all this time or what. But I am running out of time. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue the story time because I just got my PFA and I'm covering up her name. So I don't want to get in no kind of trouble.
Hey, what to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. And yes, we staying lit, big dog. Man, shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to everybody who's staying alive, and we keep it lit, man. Hey, this was gonna be the last installment of the my sister is pregnant by my baby daddy. But I figured I'd do a actual video because, man, I'll be honest, these videos will do better as a recorded because these women, they cuss too much. They in their feelings, so it's, these videos are pretty much not monetized, so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They just in their feelings. I'm not. I'd rather y'all just get the content, and I'm gonna do a live about something else. So y'all gonna see the live, and y'all gonna see this another day and be like, oh, okay, well that makes sense. Yeah, cause we ain't doing that. We just letting it go. But this is a great video. I tell you what, this is what I want to do. So anyway. Amongst all that nonsense, this is the first one where the sister did not actually live with the baby daddy or the girlfriend. They weren't together or living together, and she slept with the baby daddy behind her back like the other 3 stories. But this one, another sad situation. But one thing I can say about the baby dad in this one is, like, the kids are teenagers now. Does it make it right? But in some form or fashion, it don't even matter. Like, they, eventually they're gonna have to get over it. It's life. It may be embarrassing, but it's not really that embarrassing. Like, after watching 4 of these, I feel embarrassed for y'all, but then at the same time, it's like, at some point, the family got to get back together and be a family again. I know it's gonna hurt at the beginning. You're gonna let go and let God. The only thing I can say is, like, how the kids will, be around towards their cousins or their brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my brother or that's my sister. It's also my cousin. By my dad. I imagine that most of the kids will be more upset with the dad. I think she should be more upset with the dad. Also upset with her sister, of course. But man, but also another thing. No, I honestly really need to be upset with her sister a lot because her sister's the one initiated it. Like, and then why would he was thinking like, why would my baby mama put her up to this? You know what I'm saying? So he's thinking like it's a trick. But like, if y'all been separated for that long, your sister, your baby mama wouldn't even try some stuff like that. Like, that's kind of weird that she would even send her sister to try to sleep with her baby daddy. Like, but to even go there to try to sleep with your sister's baby daddy is crazy. Like, but here's the thing, mind you, I know that I have friends that end up with my other friends' baby mamas, and that's because the kids grow up. I'm gonna tell y'all a story, and I'm gonna tell y'all a story, and this it don't matter. Um, because we already know this situation, and we not gonna get the end of it because the sister put out a protect from abuse thing. They don't want to fight. Somebody's in the chat talking about, oh, we're gonna put blood in your mouth because they're gonna fight her or whatever. The family's really upset with this. This is going on right now, like as we speak. It was only one video that wasn't like in the last week. So we got 3 baby daddies slept with 3 sisters. And all 3 of these women found out all in 1 week. Ain't that crazy? I know, right? But anyway, so I got a story. So I was dating this girl, right? And when I was dating this girl, I was always going over her house. I knew she had 3 kids. I didn't particularly know who her baby daddies was, didn't ask, didn't care. All I know is she said that none of them were active fathers. Mind you, I had been dating this girl for a long time, like well into 2 years, and but like kind of off and on. Like, we would go out sometime. We didn't have sex for over a year. Like, that's kind of what was off on me. I was like, man, I'm young. I'm out here tagging stuff. I'm like, man, I gotta get some. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So she would always come to my house. I go to her house. Then we finally started really messing around. And like I tell you, she was a good woman. I'm talking about she was earning my work clothes, feeding me every night. I come through, boom, 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 out of there. She making me breakfast, all this stuff, taking care of your boy, right? I was like, man, she a good woman. She got 3 kids though, but she cook, clean, all that stuff. Come to my house, straighten up, all that. Then she had one day I was over her house, and my car is parked in the driveway, and my car from anywhere. People see me driving all the time. They're like, oh, I seen you over here, because it didn't look like nobody else's car. Obviously, it was a nice car. Well, the girl, she comes in the room and say, you know my baby daddy? I said, nah, who your baby daddy? She tell me who her baby daddy was. I was like, that's your baby daddy. Now, mind you, her kid is like 12 years old. Not once in the 2 years did she mention this dude. I know for a fact in the 2 years he ain't seen his daddy, right? So the baby daddy, he comes over my house all the time. Like, he was probably at my house like a day before or something like that. Like, he's always over there. But he's over there for my friend. He's my friend's friend. So then I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Why didn't he say nothing? Like, he knew I was here. And she was like, well, he kind of, was like acting weird about it. And then she was like, I just told him, like, because she didn't know. She didn't know I knew him. And she didn't, and she was like, well, you don't come around and see your kid anyway, so it's not like, whatever. So then I'm like, she tell me this, and I go back to the house. I tell my roommate, I'm like, damn, bro, that girl, bro, that's what's the name? Baby mama. He like, damn, for real? So yeah. So anyway, a lot of stuff started happening. My friend get caught up in some legal trouble, and our house keep getting raided and stuff like that. Mind you, when our house is getting raided, I'm never there. I'm at work, or I'm, over the other girl house, whatever. I'm just moving around. I'm living my life. So then my friend moves out. I break up with the girl. My friend moves out because he got some legal trouble. And I break up with the girl, or we just stop talking. I don't know. I get back with my ex. I don't even get back with my ex. Let me tell you, because I don't know, but somehow or another, she wasn't even my ex. We were still dealing with each other. I was out there. I told y'all I was out there. So I got another girlfriend. And then the old boy called my phone. He like, hey, can I come through and smoke? Now my friend is telling me, watch out for him, because he been doing some, like, every time he pop up with some shady stuff, the house be getting raided. Police will pull up. And I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't heard from whatever. He said, can I pull up and smoke? I said, man, I don't even smoke, so, But he was like, man, I just want to pull up for a sec. So I said, all right, we just chilling. And it ain't no thing, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking he said, watch out for him, because when he would leave, police would pull up. Mind you. Then he said he just got pulled over. Mind you, I know he ain't got no tag and no insurance on his car. And he came over to smoke, so I know he had a blunt on, and he did. So I'm like, damn, he got pulled over and they let him go. That's crazy, right? Boom. So boom. He leaves. About 20 minutes later, police at my door. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what? So I answered. They like, we looking for so-and-so. So they run through the house. Anyway, I ain't giving up nothing. And it's me, my girl that was there, and my cousin. And I'm not saying nothing. I'm just like, man. They say, oh, you got warrants. They take me to jail. So I sit in jail for like 4 days. No bond, no nothing. Finally got out of jail. Called my partner. Hey, man, bro, so-and-so came over, and then he left, and then the police showed up. Bro, you is not lying, bro. And I was like, it didn't dawn on me till after he was already there that you told me not to, or to watch out, because you didn't know. And I said, bam, as soon as he left, the police, and then, mind you, he told me he got pulled over. So I say all that to say this. That dude been plotting on us ever since he found out I was messing with his baby mama. Everything started going down. And then, I'm gonna tell you the number one reason why he wasn't my friend. Or because I didn't really mess with him like that. Because back in 2004, that's when everybody used to wear grills. Like, so I got a grill, we all had grills. I bought a grill from somebody for $25, but I didn't give him cash. I gave him something else. And I was just like, well, I'm gonna just take this over to dude and get it melted down and make me another grill. Because I already had one. I was gonna make a bottom. I was like, man, swap it out, whatever. I don't know what I'm like, my friend sold me his grill, whatever. I didn't care. Because everybody had them, so it wasn't nothing to say, oh, this. Then he say, man, I know who grill this is. I was like, oh yeah? He said, this is so-and-so's grill. I said, damn, that dude look like his grill, but I don't know. I don't hang with him. I don't know him like that. But if that's his grill, well,
Sure, he can have it back. I mean, I paid for it, so you can give me what I paid for it, and we can call it even. You can call him and tell him to pick it up. Somebody sold it to me. I could tell him who sold it if he think that, you know, whatever, right? So this is before I went to jail, and dude said, "All right, cool." So he gave me the $25 back. No problem, right? The other dude called me. Mind you, this is fast forward. This is way forward before the baby mama incident. The dude called me. Hey, Chris told me to hook you up or something. Oh, I said somebody's name. My bad. He said, tell me to hook you up. I said, all right, I'm finna pull up, because that's what I would do. And I mean, it was all the time. It wasn't nothing suspicious about it. And then, so when I was getting there, I was gonna tell him about the whole situation. I was gonna tell him about, like, how, you know, the grill came about or whatever. So then he gets to saying, what'd he say? Hey man, you stole my grill? I said, man, nah, I didn't steal your grill. I said, I just bought it off somebody. My friend who was with me was like, nah, bro, bought it off of somebody. Nah, man, they saying you stole it. I said, well, how can I steal it? I'm never around you. You know, I don't hang with you. I don't know you like that. So how could I steal it from you? He said I did it when I came to his house. I said, bro, I've only been in your house one time in my life, and I don't even think we had grills at this home. I'm like, I'm trying to make it make sense, right? But mind you, these dudes are smoking meth at the time, so they don't even think logically at this time. They just trying to be gangster or whatever, right? So they met. I'm out. The one time I was at their house, that's when they smoked meth, and that's when I said I'm never going back over there. So I would always meet them somewhere. And mind you, when they was smoking meth, they was supposed to be doing the interior to a car. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But the daddy was smoking meth and didn't even finish the interior to the car. So, then he going back and forth. He tried to sneak me. I'm like, hey, bro. Hey, man, I'm telling you, I didn't steal your thing. Mind you, this is the day before I'm getting locked up. So I'm like, I got a lot of stuff on my mind. And I'm trying to get some stuff so when I can come home, I'll be straight. I know I'm getting locked up. They don't know this, but I know I'm thinking I'm about to just grab a big woo-wop and be gone. And then in 2 years, I can come back and I'm free and clear. I ain't paying nobody nothing. So I was about to pull a lick. I want to be honest. And so then he had to go to the back seat. Sweep the whole parking lot with a broom. Yeah. And it was all because of that city dude. I mean, it was all because dude. But anyway, you know, he lied, made it seem like I stole dude's grill. And then, so I kind of didn't like him from that. That's why I never hung with him. But he was always around, so it wasn't nothing. I was like, man, it was whatever. It is what it is. I just don't trust him. And then he would, you know, around him when my partner got into it, and when he found out I was sleeping with his baby mama, more animosity. Like, I don't know what was wrong with this dude. He was just a hater for I don't know. And then all the police calls, and I was just like, man. So that dude is, I don't know what he doing these days, but certified lame at this point. You know what I mean? But yeah, he you know, don't be. But I say all that to say this. It was so long. The time limit of me sleeping with his baby mom, he shouldn't even been mad. He shouldn't even been mad. Like, I don't even know this your baby mama. I was with your baby mama for 2 years and never heard your name one time. And then one day you decide you want to be a dad, and you come around and see me messing with your baby mama, and there you have it. Anyway, everyday people, let me know what y'all think about this crazy situation in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, and holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.